And right now, new developments to tell you about in a story that is getting national attention. You saw it first exclusively right here on Fox 2. Taryn Asher broke the story this week on Fox 2 News at 10. Three kids locked up, Taryn, for refusing to have lunch with their father.
Yes, but we have good news to report this afternoon. After an emergency hearing, those kids have been released. They will now be transferred to a summer camp where they will get required parental alienation counseling, and now both parents will be allowed to visit. Now, the judge began the hearing with an 8-minute prepared statement justifying her decision, why she decided to hold the kids in contempt back on June 24th and send them to Children's Village until they are 18 years old. She blamed Fox 2 for exposing the issue, creating a media frenzy. The judge claimed after 5 years in and out of court with the divorce proceedings that the mother, Maya Tsimhoni, is responsible for the worst case of parental alienation she has seen and is responsible for brainwashing the children. That the father just wanted to be more involved in the kids' lives. Of course, the kids did not want to spend time with the father, and when they refused to go to lunch with their dad, Judge Gorcyca felt she had no other option but to send them to Children's Village, a section where they could be finally counseled. But the attorney for the mother and the father and the guardian ad litem, who is the voice for the children, got up and said, wait a minute, we suggested plenty of options. We never wanted those kids in Children's Village. We suggested summer camp with counseling. The judge granted dad and guardian's motion and released the Tsimhoni kids. Mom had a very emotional reaction.
I'm happy that the kids are out, and sorry that I can go. I hope I can go see them now. And thank you for all your support. I'm often saying again, can't believe it's happening.
Are you, when you hear what the judge had said to you, blaming you for a lot of what has really gone on, how do you take that? Will you change things? Where do you go from here?
I have never done any of the things she's saying about me. The only thing I always said to the court is that love comes with love. You can't terrorize someone to love. You can't force somebody to love.
They are, going to enjoy a camp program. And you know what, we all, including my client, since I met her, they want reunification with the dad. She's maintained all along that this whole thing, it kind of built off of itself.
Now, no other attorney wanted to speak to us. They declined comment, but it appeared that everybody was happy with this option. It was more of a compromise than sending those kids to Children's Village.
A couple of things, Taryn. First of all, the kids go to summer camp, but they will be getting some counseling?
Yes, the parental alienation counseling, because that's what this all came down to. The judge felt that the mother would have been responsible for brainwashing these kids, manipulating them. That's why that she didn't want them, to be, they didn't want to go with their father, and so that's why she felt like this would help.
All right, and something that we should bring up here, because it's something that you just reported. The judge was critical of this television station, Fox 2, for creating a, quote, media frenzy.
Yeah, she didn't like all the attention.
Well, the attention, did it not come from the transcripts of what was the testimony in the courtroom?
Exactly. First of all, let me point out the fact that there was 7 media outlets in there and that we were not allowed in there, even though we all sent our paperwork in. And this morning, right after we found out that there was a hearing, she tried to keep us out. Finally, it calls into the chief judge. Things did change, and we were allowed to go in there and record after all, and record exactly what happened. But yes, it came down. Everybody was very upset. And we put those transcripts online at myfoxdetroit.com, horrified about how this
Public
transcripts treated these children, saying that they were brainwashed, comparing the mother and the kids to Charles Manson and the cult, and threatening, she said, jail and cells and going to the bathroom in front of each other. People were just upset with how she handled the situation. No one disagrees that this was a messy divorce with possible parental alienation. Mom ignored court orders. That's why they've been in and out of court. Issues between mom and dad, claims on both sides. But why the kids had to be punished and sent to Children's Village, that's what everybody had a problem with. She tried to blame us, but now in the end, changing the decision to go to a summer camp where they can get the counseling they need.
And finally, in this segment, we did reach out to the judge before, and
yes, we reached out to the
asked
judge.
and said, if you'd like to comment, people are out there protesting in the street saying that they had a problem with what happened in the court. And
fathers' attorneys,
that's the way.
kids' attorneys, we reached out to all of them. They declined comment in the beginning and now at this point as well. But it's interesting and good news that those kids will now finally be in a better environment, getting to see both parents and getting some counseling, be able to move on, hopefully.
All right, you spent a long day in court. You'll see more of it on future newscasts here on Fox 2.